Last time the two teams met in Berekum, they shared the spoils in a 1-1 drawn game where Emmanuel Clote denied Asante Kotoko a victory with a last-minute free kick that eventually zoomed straight into the net to hand them 1 point. They are back in Obuasi, a fortress that has given them 3 points and 4 goals in their last game. The question is, how consistent can Kotoko be at the Lenkle Stadium of that game? But this time, Fabio Gama, who scored on this step the last time round, together with his colleagues, have a responsibility to be consistent as far as picking up points in the post-Kwame Poku era is concerned.
Yeah. In fact, they've got 5 goals in their last 2 games without him. It's impressive. Again, the fact that this man is taking up some responsibility of finding the back of the net. We all know he's creative. He can find the little pockets of spaces. The question was if he had what it takes to find the back of the net with regularity. Well, in the last 2 games, he's been regular with hits on the back of the net. Can that continue? His compatriots there, Vinicius Michael, is also one that is breaking the shackle off him for the goal scoring. So yeah, Kotoko are poised. They look like a team that are looking at a real possibility of winning the league this year. And they've got the quality to do it.
Kumasi Asante Kotoko, skipped by Emmanuel Jemfi, a player who has not necessarily been at the top of his own form, you know, in the previous seasons, coming into this Premier League season, but he's got the trust of the manager and he's leading Asante Kotoko out of the tunnel. Kotoko in their dominant red and black jerseys, hosting Berekum Chelsea here at the Obuasi Lenkle Sports Stadium. Chelsea are coming into this game after beating Legon Cities 2-1 in Berekum, and Kotoko coming to this game after that rather, you know, what they described as an unexpected result in that first game played in the second half of the league. But all is set, the battle lines are drawn, and it's Kotoko against Chelsea, not in Kumasi, but in Obuasi.
Yeah. And then it's their new home now, and then Chelsea will be hoping that they could upset Kotoko and talk about, you know, that form that they have. But the big question now would be if they have it in their locker to disrupt the form in which Kotoko have got. Tell you what, Chelsea themselves have not been bad. In their last 5 games, they've lost just once, drawing once as well. They were held by Mediama, losing to Olympics in the process, but they did record some very fascinating victories as well. So they are a very decent side. They did have a slow start to the campaign, but they are picking up the pieces, and that set this up for a very compelling fixture.
In Obuasi, there's an unchanged lineup from Mariano Barreto. He stuck to his guns. The same players who gave him those 4 goals and 3 points against Bechem United are being paraded in this afternoon's game against Chelsea.
Yeah, it looks 4-3 to be on paper, but I'm expecting Gama to move in behind Kumi. Jenfi and Okra will be holding the wings, and Salif is going to slot alongside Habib Mohammed today as the DM. So
Sechere, same way for Collins Ameal, who comes into the fray to replace Paul Atej, and is expected to be a very dicey encounter. This Seth Hoffman, he's got experience with Hearts of Oak, experience with Hearts of Lions. He's moved on to Chelsea and he wants to make an impact, but it's not an easy task for Hoffman.
Yeah, it isn't. I mean, it's a demanding club. You know the history behind them. They impressed when they were in Africa and what have you. But Hoffman, since coming around, is turning things around gradually. We know it's not going to be easy for him. But again, if he's to win the hearts of these Chelsea fans, these are the fixtures that. But when you look at the partnership between Obariki, Yusuf, and Kanu, it's almost unbreakable, isn't it? I mean, Adams has struggled to get in there. Habib himself has struggled to win that position back. But they are beginning to trust him for that defensive midfield role, largely because they have injury worries. Kayeka is out injured, and Abila is not your typical defensive midfielder. Adon Frimpong is not fit as well. Richardson Enu was back on the bench the last time, not available for today's fixture. So now the team will be demanding him to, you know, work it out for the team. I'm sure that in the near future he'll be reverting back to his centre-back role.
We're live on Star Times at the Pat Channel 247, and this is the only league that matters. It's the Ghana Premier League, and we are live from the Obuasi Lenkle Sports Stadium. It's Asante Kotoko on their newly adopted home grounds against Berekum Chelsea. The star man to watch for Chelsea is obviously Stephen Amankuna, and game is underway here in Obuasi. In the second half from the Linclay, after adopting the home grounds early in the game, Chelsea came close, and this drive from Ushao would not trouble Abalora.
Yeah, it was Amankuna was, then I think of it as well, just couldn't get the cross. Poor touch from Habib. Once the ball arrived to him, Abu shipped the ball to his left, got a drive away, but not beating Abalora from there. Saw it all the way, got his body behind the ball as you would expect, and made a good save.
Jemfi's corner, headed down, Habib went in, but that header would not pose any problems. Eventually, Kodo will get it and clear it away for Chelsea.
Yeah, ball into the near post, flicked into the far post. Habib was arriving, but good defending to be aware of that situation. Emmanuel Essien on that hand to clear it away.
Chelsea came close, flag stayed down, and this was some good goalkeeping from Razak Apalora.
Yeah, Essien defending on the other end and having a glorious chance. No offside from here. First touch wasn't bad to set himself for the volley, but this couldn't quite generate the power he would have loved. I was thinking you could have aimed for the far post where the goalkeeper would have been asked to stretch and get a catch.
That's the pass from Mudasiri to Okran. Goes past Norbert Tupe. Now it's the man of the moment, Andy Kumi. Looked like Kodo was closing in, but he had the final touch.
Yeah, lovely build up to the goal. Mudasiri saw the space in behind the defense and played Okran through it. Okran showed great space as well, and put a very good ball into the box, but it is this man, Kumi, the pressure is putting on the defender.
Nochibedu was the one tracking back for that ball.
Yeah, and Kumi does well to arrive because he put in a very good stride to try to get himself there. Clarence came in but came off his knee and redirected into the back of the net for the opener and the only goal of the game so far.
And Chelsea kept believing they could get an equalizer. This cross from Norbert Supe was good, and Amankuna failed to get ahead on it.
Again, two players were attacking the near post for Chelsea, which didn't have been so. One down the middle, one down the near post, one down the far post.
Collins Amiao asking questions in the last moment of the game. Amankuna was asking to be picked up for that pass.
Yeah, and earlier, Amankuna, who missed the glorious opportunity earlier in the game, again, should have been making the run still to try and see if he was going to get something on it.
Over at the Linclay Stadium, for the first half in front, second half began, and the Porcupines with Fabio Gama, early incursion with this pass, deep into enemy territory, but here is the penalty that Amankuna got for Chelsea.
Yeah, that's the penalty. There was a coming together of the legs there, but you've got to feel sorry for Frimpong. He really wasn't trying to bring Amankuna down, but Amankuna's third touch, this touch got him right in front of the man. Then the leg came to clip him from the heel. Referee pointed to the spot, but it was woefully executed.
So Brighton Ponsa, the villain for Chelsea.
Yeah, he was leaning back.
Lovely touch from Okran. He got a return from Andy, went down, no penalty.
And no penalty. He was offside in the first place, Okran, but there was no contact from here on in as well.
Augustine Okran, he's been lively throughout, goes down again, he doesn't get a penalty.
Yeah, that for me should have, maybe been a penalty. Yeah, nowhere near the ball from the man.
Godfrey Siama, lovely 1-2 with Gama, brilliant pass, rounds up the goalkeeper, empty net, slots it in, and it's Kotoko 2, Chelsea 0, just in the minutes of the game. Asante Kotoko doubled their lead.
Yeah, it's Gama and then Godfrey Siama, lovely play between them. Siama, once he passes the ball to Gama, keeps moving, finds the space, gets the return, beats the goalkeeper, finds the back of the net smoothly. Beautiful stuff.
It's all over here in Obuasi. Asante Kotoko have beaten Berekum Chelsea by 2-0. Goals from Andy Kume and Godfrey Siama. They dominated possession at 53. 5 shots on goal. 20 fouls committed by Kotoko.
We put all what we have to put to get the equalizer. We went to the recess. We came. You could see under 1 minute we got a penalty. Unfortunate for our boy Bright to convert that goal. But all the same, we create a lot of chances. We didn't utilize it. But I would say my boys just lose a little concentration. But it's a good game. It's a good game. And I would say we have made 1 or 2 mistakes from the defensive third by losing.
So would you say you lost to a better team?
Oh yeah, they started well, but you could see they were. I will not say because they have won. I will give it to them. I will give that credit to them. They have won. We give them a good game, but we gave them the goals. I would say we gave them the goals, but all the same, we'll go and work on our next game to see what.
Talking about that penalty incident, Amankuna was injured and he stood up to take the penalty, but we saw that he was asked to walk out of it. What was the real issue on the field?
I don't want to talk about officiating. I don't want to talk about it because on our line, the third referee on our line, well, you can say lose communication with the center man, but all the same, the fourth referee have to come to tell him what is the mistake that is making with the communication is bad. But all the same, I don't want to talk about officiating. Good game, and we have lost. We have lost, and we just go to. We have give them we give them those goals. Because my boys just lose concentration. They play better and they could see a good game more than what they have played. But all the same, we go to our drawing board and just work out for our next game.
All right. Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
First of all, good afternoon. Was a very tough match. The other team is so much aggressive. They create a lot of problems. And we make 2 mistakes, and almost we are giving 1 ball. They could make a goal, but it's not because they create. We give the ball. Abibi make a bad pass down, and they have a chance to score. But after that, we start playing our way, not shooting long balls, because this is not the way. I know many people like this way, but no, this is not Kotoko way. So we try to put the ball down, playing in the left, in the right, with our midfielders, and the goals comes naturally. But if in the first half was drew, I have to accept the way they play. But in second half, I think everybody saw different game. It starts with the penalty. Here there are no VAR, so it's a decision of the referee. Referee is the VAR and the referee. He takes the decision, but they didn't make the goal. For me, what is surprising, have to protect the skillful players. Aggressive football is one thing. Making damage and making fear for the opponents means another thing. This is not pressing. And the people have to understand this. I like warriors. My team are warriors. We don't kick the other guys. You didn't see any player of opponent team come out by injury. And I have to replace Imoro. It's a clear red card. It's clear. About the penalty, I think everybody saw it. So even against all these things, we create, even in the end of the game, more 2 chances to finish the game for 4 goals. But because the hard work of the opponent team, I have to accept. They also was brave. They are doing his best, but the referee should be the judge, should be fair and protect the law of the game.
Okay.
I will not forgive these things. Even if they don't like, I don't care. Because we have to increase the quality of the game. Everybody have to work. I have to work hard to teach my players, but the referee also, they have to work hard to help the game.
All right. Now, let's talk about your attack now. You had your top scorer leaving the club, but in the last 2 games, he scored as many as 6 goals. What do you make of Andy Kumi, who's in a very good form now, and what you're doing about the strikers to keep producing the goals?
We are not making nothing special. We are working, and we still start the work. I told you Wednesday, we need more time. Maybe in the next 6 weeks, we will be able to play as I want my team play. Because I bring one idea of the game, respecting the idea of the game in the Ghanaian league. I think everybody saw that my team are playing a little bit different was playing before. But they have to make more. They have to press all the game, and we will do it. But this took time. This week we played too much in 7 days. The other team have lot time to rest, to recover, and to prepare. We have only match. Rest what? We didn't rest. We training every day. Now we have 1 week to prepare the next match. We will take the time to recover. I don't know what will happen with tomorrow, because we have 7 players out with serious injuries, and we are not so many that we can have so many players out. So let's see tomorrow what happens, because tomorrow we have a train.
Rather unfortunate, but we wish you all the best.
Thank you, and I appreciate so much, and I hope the Kotoko fans continue supporting the team. Not only because they win, they support always, always. Thank you.